same to me. I told him I ain't even have a system. He just kept telling me to do it.
Yeah, I got the one with the gun. Nothing. It was worth the hit. Oh, I had a really good combo going. And I do not look like an old man. Well, I guess Batman per se. But still. That was going good till the end there. Oh, but you can't help it sometimes. There is a Riddler trophy there, and to get it, you just make your way up on top here. And you can spawn the floor here. Pick that up. And wow, I just looked at my clock and I am going to have to stop right now. There was something I was going to talk about with the videos, but I'm just going to have to save that for the next recording session, and I'll talk about how I plan to handle future recording sessions from now on, involving lag and video quality. But anyway, this is ToadinWonderland signing off. Until then, peace out. Okay, welcome back everyone, this is ToadinWonderland again. This section of the LP is going to be post-commentary, because there's going to be quite a lot of jumping around between back and forth in different areas. It's all going to be in the Arkham West, and there was a couple things I was going to talk about as well, that I had said about in the previous recording session I had regarding video quality and lag. Let me just state for the record, as I said, there's going to be a lot of back and forth, like jumping around, and there's actually one coming up here right now that's going to move to. It's going to be a scene in the visitor center again, and here it is.
I cannot attend your appointment today, but Dr. Quinzel has kindly offered to sit in.
Stupid bat, always bothering Mr. J with your problems. You'll never be as dreamy as him. You're just an ugly, stupid bat in a trap.
And interesting to point out here, if you look, the Joker's right arm is bent, and when you turn around, it's now straight down. So the theory I'd stated earlier that the mannequin slightly changes position is true. So that's pretty interesting. Prior to this LP, I actually did not know that that happened. So it's kind of cool when you go back to games that you thought you knew so much about it, and you find out there's actually more to discover. I just think that's pretty cool, but yeah. Anyway, I was saying for the record, if I miss a cue where, like, I had to skip, like, transition between one area to another, I'm sorry, but I did want to talk about this. Okay, as some of you have probably noticed, in the past few videos, I think it was either 13 or 14 where it started at. I can't remember for sure, but one of those two. I think it was 14 actually. 14, 15, 16, 17. There was no lag. I was very happy about that. I was trying something different with my recording setup. Unfortunately, that particular setup caused the quality to get worse, and it was harder to read, like, the text. And it's already bad enough because I'm not using an HDMI input for this particular Let's Play. I don't have a capture device that supports HDMI, and I looked it up. It's very expensive to get something that does that. It's like at least 200 bucks. The capture card I have does take the standard input though, like, you know, with the color audio video cables. But it doesn't support HDMI, so unfortunately I have to do without that for PS3 games. But anyway, that particular setup that I did reduced the quality, and I apologize about that. That particular setup prevented lag, but I wasn't happy with the fact that the quality made it harder to see and read the text. And this particular game already has like a dark atmosphere to it, so reducing the quality, I apologize about that. And at this particular scene here, I do make a switch because I'm going back into the medical facility. And there's a interview tape here, so let's go ahead and listen.
Patient interview 44. This is yet another interview with Edward Nigma. I have yet to make up my mind whether he's a genius or just deluded. Whichever one he is, just being in his company is both irritating and exhausting.
Hello, Miss Young. You look tired. Anything you need my help with?
No, thank you, Edward. I am here to help you. We all are.
Forgive my arrogance, Doctor, but if you think I need your help, well, you're in the right place.
Let's look at it a different way. Throughout your career, you have specialized in bizarre traps and convoluted clues that more often than not result in the death of the unfortunate participants.
And if the citizens of Gotham were smarter, my games would be merely an amusing diversion.
Instead of death traps.
You really should be thanking me. Weeding out the ignorant, the stupid, the useless. But don't worry, I'm sure you would survive. What a lovely photo on your desk, Doctor. Your family? Mother, perhaps.
Put that down. Get out. Go on.
Okay, more of the Riddler's mood swings. Yeah, that's something about the Riddler. If you're not too familiar with him, he has some mood swings as part of his persona. And if you scan that particular plaque right there, you unlock the bio for Alfred Pennyworth, who is the butler of Bruce Wayne / Batman. Technically, that interview tape and this riddle could have been solved the first time we were in the hospital. I was just being stupid and didn't bother to go through the door that took you to the entrance of the medical facility. So yeah, you technically could have gotten them on your first trip into this building, but oh well, we're at this point in the game and we do have capabilities to get some of the riddles and Riddler trophies. You're not going to be able to get everything at this point in the game because you're still missing a few gadgets that are required to get every single riddle that remains. But for the most part, it helps if you come in between, like don't wait till the very end of the game till you decide to go back and get the actual riddles. The number one reason for that, and I make a transition here to the room where Aaron Cash and I think it was Dr. Kellerman. There's like a grate on the wall at the door. It's the room where there's like poison gas and you had to turn on the fans with the batarangs. You can find another Riddler trophy in there. But I was saying, every time, like for example, that Riddler trophy I just got, that gave me 200 experience points just for getting that. So, as you're playing the game, you want to try to, every now and then, just stop back at the places you were previously at, and go ahead and solve as many riddles as you can. That way you can kind of build up your experience and get some upgrades a little bit sooner. And I believe I make another transition right here, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, I do. The first time we used the elevator to go to the lower levels. After that, that is no longer possible. There's a grate above the elevator, though, that you can get into. And you can just crawl right on through there and make your way down to the basement, lower levels that way. And you can get back out by using the grappling hook, is what I was trying to say. You can get back out the same way that you come in. Since the elevator no longer works for some odd reason. But anyway, as I said, get as many of the riddles as you can in between, kind of like what I'm doing here. That way you can get some of the upgrades a little bit sooner. And the game, I don't want to say it'll become much easier for you, but it's nice that you'll have all the upgrades by the time you finish the story mode. And here's another riddle right here. If you scan, it's either that like jester headpiece or the plaque, but it's like a Harley Quinn related riddle. You just have to scan that particular section to solve it. And right here, if this is back in Bane's room, you can find another interview tape.
Let's discuss your obsession with Batman. What do you mean?
It's obvious. The mask, the weapons, the scare tactics. He's a criminal. No different than Joker, Two-Face, or myself.
Most people consider him a hero.
Most people are idiots. They can't see Batman for the villain he is. Riddle me this. How did he get his car and his gadgets?
I don't...
With money stolen from the criminals he defeats. Why does Gordon turn a blind eye to his antics? Batman bribes him. The answers are right in front of your stupid, gawking face.
Edward, please, calm down.
Wake up, Gotham! No sane, law-abiding man does those things. No one's that selfless. Batman is as vile as they come.
Security! Security!
It's getting even worse between the Doctor and the Riddler. Also, you can look there. That's the wall that Bane threw Batman through, but it's blocked up now. But I just thought that was interesting to point out. And I make a transition here because we actually go into the penitentiary now. After all of that. And we have another interview tape as soon as we walk right in this building. It's right on the desk there.
Taped patient evaluation 1. Patient name is Victor Zaz. Diagnosed clinically insane after the murder of at least 20 women in the Gotham area. Hello, Victor. I'm Dr. Cassidy. Seeing as this is our first session, let's spend some time getting to know each other.
I don't need to know you, Miss Cassidy. Everything is meaningless.
Don't you think that's a very negative outlook on life, Victor?
You've no doubt read my file.
Yes, I have. It says you come from a wealthy family, that your parents died, how you lost all the money gambling.
And none of it matters.
Why do you keep saying that, Victor?
Because the only thing that does matter is the mark. Have you seen my work, Miss Cassidy?
If you're referring to the marks on your...
Of course I mean my tally marks. And I have a space for yours. Do you want to see where?
Okay then. Anyway, with that last section where I showed Bane's room, I probably should mention, when you go to that room, you have to trek all the way back the way you came in. And it's quite a hike, actually, because that is the only way to get to that room, is to go the way that you originally got there. But this is the end of the recording session that I did, so I actually had a few other things I was going to talk about here. So this kind of functions as an update video in a sense. But I was also talking earlier about the video lag, how it vanished with that particular setup that I had, but then it lowered the quality. I actually did tinker around with my program that I use, and I did find if I stick to the original way that I was doing, I found like a couple different things to alter that helps prevent the lag, because I noticed, I did look back at the previous video I made before this one, and there was no lag whatsoever, and I'm hoping that'll be a good solution, because I'd like to continue on more with the half-hour, 45-minute recording sessions, because lately it's been getting harder for me to record. College has been getting really busy lately, like even at this particular moment that I'm recording this, I'm finishing up with my midterms, and that's kept me pretty busy. So I like to try to record, I think I said before about this, I try to record at least a week ahead of time, but sometimes that's just not possible. But yeah, that's basically what I'm trying to say. I'd like to continue on with the 45-minute recording sessions, especially for this game. This is also one of those games where there really is no definitive stopping point, so... And I like to continue playing beyond just a standard 15-minute session, because this is actually a really addictive game to play. You really won't know until you actually experience it yourself, so I highly recommend you pick up this game if you have never played it before. And Arkham City is actually coming out very soon as well, so I'm really excited for that too. They're definitely adding the character roster quite a bit. And there's still even more characters that haven't even been revealed yet from what I'm aware of, so I'm really looking forward to that. But anyway, I'm done rambling now, so I'm going to go ahead and sign off. This is ToadinWonderland, and I'll see you back next time, continuing on in the penitentiary with live commentary. I will see you then. Peace out.